I am an illustrator in 12-step recovery. In this series of drawings, I'm not writing about words that came from the Big Book of Alcoholics Anonymous in the late 1930s. I am looking at the question of whether or not that program of recovery can fairly be called religious or not. And the only way I knew to address that question, which I'm the only one asking, no one else is asking me that question, but would be to go, since I can't go back in time and ask the people who started the 12 steps, I can look in the dictionary that they were using when they wrote the 12 steps, the dictionary that was current, I should say. The definition of religion is as follows in that old dictionary: the service and adoration of God or a god as expressed in forms of worship in obedience to divine commands, especially as found in accepted sacred writings or as declared by recognized teachers, and in pursuit of a way of life regarded as incumbent on true believers. Now, you may have caught in there, that's a long definition. You can see it written out at 12drawings.com. But you might have caught the word way, pursuit of a way of life regarded as incumbent on true believers. So I looked up the word way in a Webster's 1934 dictionary, and it says direction of motion, progress, facing, or pointing. So I think it's saying direction of motion, direction of progress, direction of facing, direction of pointing. Now, this drawing requires a little explanation. Someone who saw it immediately said, "What in the heck are those things?" Thinking it might be bird droppings, I think. They're not. This is a waterfowl that sits on the surface of the water, and as you'll sometimes see ducks and geese and other waterfowl do, they get up to speed by flapping along the surface of the water until finally they're out of the water and into the air, and their feet will be the last thing that touch the water. And often they'll make a kind of a running motion with their feet as if they're pushing off on the water, which they may be doing. So these are where his feet have touched the water as he got more and more airborne. Now, the point of this drawing was to show, remember, a direction of motion. So there it is. There is a bird going in a direction. He's not flying in circles. He's going straight as an arrow. And that's really the basic meaning of this. Now, how he knows where to go, why he's going there, we don't know. He's just going. And back to the definition, it says in pursuit of a way of life regarded as incumbent on true believers. So what does this notion of a way or a direction of life have to say about 12-step drawings or 12-step literature and whether it's religious or not? I think the 12 steps do point a way of living, honesty, courage, consideration of other people, unselfishness. And those are 4 qualities. I didn't just make them up. And although it may sound like the Boy Scouts, vaguely similar to a Boy Scouts pledge, those are actually 4 qualities that are core to 12-step recovery. And so there is a direction, there is a way that is recommended that you go if you're in 12-step recovery. And so I would say if this is the definition of the process used by 12 steps, then I would say it shares that in common with religion. Both religion and the 12 steps do point a way that they consider to be incumbent on the people that they seek to help. You can see more at 12drawings.com. Thanks for listening.